What's going on, guys, over at FifaGamingHD? It's Matt Rabbits here, and we're back for yet another episode of Starting From Scratch. I've slightly changed the format for this one. It's no longer just going to be me talking at the beginning, buying some players, and then showing you what I've made. It's more sort of a walkthrough, showing you exactly what I'm doing. So you have to excuse if the speed's a bit quick for you. I have sped most of it up, otherwise it would have gone on for quite a while. But it just sort of walks you through the whole process of when I'm buying and selling the players, what I buy them for, what I sell them for, sort of how long I put them on the market for, and things like that. Of course, if you've got any questions, then pop them in the comment section below, or send me a personal message, or add me on Skype. My Skype is in my channel description or on the side of my channel somewhere. But we'll get straight into the video. So you can see here, I'm just sort of bidding maybe 650 coins each on some of these players. The only sort of way I know who to bid on is from trial and error, really. There's no sort of sixth sense, if you like. I don't know who's going to sell and who isn't. I just sort of bid, and I would have bid on these players beforehand. And yeah, you just sort of have to try and sell them. If they don't sell, then you know not to bid on that player anymore, and you sort of go from there. So the players I did pick up, I picked up a couple of good ones there. You can just see what I'm listing them up for. I put them up for 12 hours just because this was at night, and when I go to bed, obviously, I list them up because there's less cards on the market. Most of the players are European, etc, etc. I'm sure you've heard all of that before. Sticking them up for about 1,000 or so, depending on their rating, making about 350 coins profit. It's not a tremendous amount of profit, but it's still profit nonetheless. And when you've got a full trade pile, 350 coins profit is nothing to turn your nose up at. It all counts, and at the end you'll see that it will count towards a greater coin profit towards the end. So listing the players up, you can see here this is what they all sell for, just sort of quickly scrolling through. It ranges from about sort of 850 to 900 coins to 1,200 coins sometimes, depending on formations and contracts and who the player is, leagues and things like that. But again, I'm sure you've heard all of that before. But yeah, I mean, some of these players they wouldn't have sold necessarily in different formations, so always take formations into consideration. Of course, any formation with 4 at the back will sell. The most popular ones, of course, are 4-1-2-1-2, 4-4-2, 4-3-3, formations like that. And just on screen now is just some other players that I bought and sold. As you see here, this is when I sort of focus more on getting 4 at the back formations. I realised that those would sell for more. But again, it's all down to trial and error, really. You've just got to put these players up, and if they don't sell, then you know you're not making too much of a loss. You just discard them, get the coins back, and start again and get some better players. So as you see, I try to fill up my trade pile every time. I'd recommend doing that. It's always better to buy in bulk rather than sort of buy 2 players, sell them, buy 3 players, sell them, buy 4 players, and slowly sort of work your way up. Even if you're making less profit, it's better to have it in bulk and sort of turn the players over quickly, rather than sort of making a little bit of profit on each player. I do sort of up the range now from these players. Now I've got a few more coins. I was going for sort of players in 4-1-2-1-2s, 4-4-2s especially. Those were the only 2 formations I went for in this bit. Set the price to 600 and maximum to 800. I went for a few better players, if you like, more sort of high-end players. I managed to pick up quite a few good bargains here. Some of the players, I understand, probably could have gone for a little bit more, but as I say, I try and get it to turn over reasonably quickly, so when I wake up in the morning, I've got more coins to trade with when I get back from work in the evening, and that's what I'd recommend you guys doing. But you can just see some of the players I got, some really high caliber players: Jovetic, Carlos Eduardo, Brian Ruiz, Diawara, Mandzukic, and players like that, all in popular leagues. Of course, as you can see, most of them in 4-1-2-1-2 or 4-4-2, so popular formations. So these players will most definitely sell, and I knew that in the back of my mind, and that is why I bought these players in that sort of formations. The ratings don't necessarily matter when you've got it in a good formation. If they're in a good formation, they will sell. And going through here, when I listed these guys up, I tried to get a bit more profit, a better profit margin, because they're in the better formations. So I tried to make about 500 coins each on each player. Now, if you've got 30 players in your trade pile and you're making 500 coins each, then you're making about 15,000 coins, so not pounds, 15,000 coins profit each time or each evening, which is nothing to turn your nose up at there. So this is just the last sort of lot of players that I did buy. This is actually going to be the end of the episode. As you can see, I finished on about sort of 42,000 coins. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. The next episode rather, will probably be me either trading with some players that I know, sort of Walcott's, pacey players like that, and just sort of trading in bulk on those, or I'll just continue with the shiny golds. I haven't decided yet. But if you guys enjoyed the video, then please give it a like, pop over to my channel and see what I've got going over there. Thanks again for watching. and I will speak to you guys soon. Cheers, guys.